Wow. So if I had to put this week in Union Soccer into two words, it would be Summit Plummet from Blizzard Beach and Disney. The Union's wacky, wobbly, and wet week of soccer has finally ended. And here on DOOP By The River, we're going to do the same thing as our preview. We're going to review both of these Union matches against Orlando City SC. And Duperos, that is all coming up next. Dale! You ready? Welcome everyone to DOOP By The River, the show where we follow everything Philadelphia Union with me and Parcero Philly. And if this is your first time watching DOOP By The River, if you're returning back, just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button for those notifications to help me grow soccer here in Philadelphia. I hope everyone enjoyed their 4th of July week. For me, it was a time of relaxation, getting away, and celebrating this beautiful country we call the United States. But for the Union, it would be the wackiest of weeks that we've seen in a long time for the Philadelphia Union. Not only did we play this same team twice in 1 week, we suffered 2 rain delays and also a postponement. Soccer gods really testing our patience with the Union. And let's just jump into it with the formations and the lineups for both of these matches. Jim Kirchin in the first match would stick with the 4-4-2 diamond like I mentioned. And in goal, we saw Matt Freese get another start. His previous 2 starts in replacement of Andre Blake were a little shaky, but definitely were some learning experiences for the young goalkeeper. And against Orlando, he would have a solid match, only allowing 1 goal that his front line would put him in a bad spot. But overall, solid performance by the young Matt Freese. And as we keep mentioning with Matt, what's important here is not the results, but that he is growing and learning from these experiences. Now starting in the back 4, we have our same back 4. Kai Wagner, Austin Trusty, Jack Elliott, and Ray Gaddis. Now these guys were shaky again. Austin Trusty on that first goal gave the ball away in our zone that Orlando City took advantage of. For the most part, these guys got the job done. The 4 in the midfield, we saw a little bit of a switch here. Jamiro Monteiro would start at the 10 role here for us, while Brandon Aronson started as the left shuttle midfielder. At the 6th role, we saw Harris Meduninen, and at the right shuttle midfielder, who else but our captain, Ali Bedoya. An absolute smart move by Jim Kirchin starting Jamiro Monteiro to 10 role, giving little less responsibility to Brandon Aronson and having him play out left. Jamiro would suffer a bad injury by a nasty challenge by Sasha Kleshtin, which would take him out of this game, but later on in this game, as we had it all wrapped up. In the 72nd minute, we saw Sergio Santos Gomes come in for a injured Jamiro Monteiro. Ali Bedoya would have a great assist on the 2nd goal for the Union. And up top, we saw Fafa Pico and Kasper Shibilka. And again, both these guys had goals, just like in the NYCFC match, and these guys are hot right now. And in the 82nd minute, we saw Anthony Fontana come in for Fafa Pico. And I just want to touch upon that because I definitely want to see Anthony Fontana get some more minutes here. In the 65th minute, we saw Marco Fabian come in for Brandon Aronson. Now, in the second match, Jim Kirchin stuck with the 4-4-2 diamond, but changed up the players a little bit. And starting in goal, we saw the return of Andre Blake. After the return a couple days ago from the Gold Cup, after his Jamaica got eliminated, he was right back out there. Does it surprise us? No, not really. This is a guy who constantly wants to play and loves the game of soccer as well. And Andre would have a solid match here overall. In the back line, we saw a little change up here as well. Starting from left to right, Kai Wagner, Aurelien Collen, Jack Elliott, and Ray Gaddis. Now we saw Austin Trusty get a little rest here as Aurelien Collen got this start. And I have been saying Jim Kirchin should switch these center backs up a little bit. You know, he's got quality backup center backs who can start for most MLS teams. And we still got to see Mark McKenzie some more MLS minutes going forward as well. We would see Kai Wagner get subbed out for the first time as a Union as Matt Rial came in for him in the 89th minute and had actually a crucial part in the tying goal in the 90th minute. And while he was out there for the short time, and while he was out there before the tying goal, he would play up more as a winger, giving the Union a 3-back set. But then Jim would push him back, giving them a 4-back set after that tying goal. We'll discuss that in a little bit. In the midfield, the story would be the return of Marco Fabian starting at the number 10 role. With the injured Jamiro Monteiro, that would escalate Marco to the starting role. and Brandon Aronson would get the start at the left shuttle midfielder. At the 6th role, we saw Harris Meduninen, and at the right shuttle midfielder, who else but our captain Alejandro Bedoya. Now, Marco in his return would get a goal, and it was a nice header for Marco, and hopefully that's what it takes for him to jumpstart his return back with the Union. And up top, we saw again the return of Kasper Shibilko and Fafa Pico. We saw Sergio Santos Gomes come in for Marco Fabian in the 67th minute, and we also saw Anthony Fontana come in for Brandon Aronson in the 78th minute. And up top, we saw Kasper Shibilko and Fafa Pico get the start again together, and both had a good performance. Fafa had an assist on the first goal, while Kasper was the hero of the day and also a candidate for player of the week as well. Make sure you go ahead and vote. Now, obviously this week was very wacky. So playing 2 matches in a week can be excruciating for both the team and for us who cover the team. But the weird part about it was playing the same team home and away in the same week. First weird thing. Second was the weather delay in both the away match on Wednesday and the home match on Saturday night, with the Saturday match getting postponed to Sunday due to thunderstorms in the Delaware County. I mean, if you ask me, it's just a little bad luck for both of these franchises. We knew going into this match it was not going to be an easy go-around, but we knew we had better talent, and if we came to play like we knew we can play, we would get some points from both of these matches. In the first match, we were down. We were down 1-0 at first, but the guys stuck to the game plan. And what led the charge, in my opinion, was Jamiro Monteiro. He has been an absolutely outstanding leader within the pitch and outside the pitch in the dressing room as well. And he led this Union team to that victory. The Union would win 3-1 away in Orlando. And I'll be honest with you, I felt good about it because I expected us to go down in Orlando with a weather delay to only walk away with the point. But they rallied back after 1-0, came back and won 3-1. And we come back to the weekend here. Anytime there's a postponed match in any sport, your mentality is going to be a little lackadaisical. As an athlete, you look forward to game day and you're prepared for game day. And so when you wake up on a Saturday morning, prepared for a game, and it gets postponed, your body and your mind feel a little weird. Now come Sunday, I expect a little bit of lackadaisical effort, but the Union were up first, and Orlando City were able to get goals on 2 set pieces. But luckily we had Kasper Shibilko. Luckily on a match that we didn't have Elsinho available, who has been our savior in the second half all season long. We found another hero, Kasper Shibilko, and this is a guy who's not the fastest guy, and I've come at him for that, yet still knows how to score the damn ball. And that is what we're going to continue needing, not only from Kasper, but from everyone to step it up when we need someone to step it up. We played much better than Orlando City, and the stats will go to show you. 21 shots with 7 of them on target and 62% of possession. While Orlando City had 7 shots with 4 of those on target and only had 38% of possession. Now, we discussed this during our little skit against those Western Conference teams, Portland, Seattle, and Colorado, that when you are winning in the stat line, you gotta make sure that the result matches the stat line there. What the hell is the point of that? But in a week where we saw the other Eastern Conference teams not take advantage on gaining ground on us, I expected us to extend the lead here, especially an Orlando team that we knew we were better against. And we had the lead in the second match. Now, honestly, I understand the frustration because I know this tie feels a little bit of a loss. But guys, we have to look at the standings right now. Guys, we're still on top of the East by 5 points from the second place team with 36 points. DC's right behind us with 31 points. Atlanta United, with all the turmoil they've had all season long, they're still staying in the top half of the Eastern Conference, and they're in 3rd place with 30 points. Right with them is Montreal with 30 points, but look at that goal differential, -8. They haven't been able to score that many goals this season. In 5th place, we have NYCFC with 29 points. They also dropped points against Portland this weekend. In 6th place, we have the energy drink team from North Jersey with 28 points. And tied for 7th, Toronto FC have really been dropping off. Obviously, the absence of Josie Altidore, Michael Bradley, and Jonathan Osorio, resurgent New England Revolution, are knocking on the playoff door. Next up for the Union, we finally get a little bit of rest as we only have 1 match this week, but we are traveling on the road to Salt Lake to face off against RSL. But guys, those are my thoughts on the wacky patriotic week we had with the Union against Orlando City. And please, in the comments below, let me know how you guys feel about the Union going forward and how you thought they performed this week against Orlando. And please, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for those notifications. That'll help me grow soccer here in Philadelphia. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in. It really means a lot to me. And until next time, my Doopeddles, Doop on.
True hippie.